Hello and welcome back to In Conversation with Jaswant Singh. Jaswant, you do not know how many friends you have. You may have enemies in the party, but you have friends in strange places.
Well, that reminds me what Churchill said. Churchill, it was pointed out to him, your opponents sit opposed, sit in front of you. He said, no. This is in the House of Commons. They are my political adversaries. My enemies sit behind me.
You know, I listened to what Hussein Haroon, the Pakistani ambassador to the United Nations, has to say about you. Listen to that. Talking of Jinnah, have you read Jaswant Singh's book on Jinnah?
And not only have I read it, I have an inscribed copy. Jaswant to me is one of the few bridges left between India and Pakistan. Let's hope we keep him there safe and sound, because we need people like this to create greater amity between Pakistan and India.
That is what. You must
have
met
him.
Of
I have had the occasion, the benefit of meeting him. He is very kind to say what he does.
But I believe that your entire tour of Pakistan with your book was in fact much more successful than your tour in India. How do you explain that?
I don't compare the two in any competitive sense. But I found my book launch in Pakistan, it was 3 cities, Karachi, Islamabad, Lahore. And really it's not, I can only use words like overwhelming. And I'm chary of falling into the trap of superlatives, but I don't know how else to do it. Of course, and I'm not sure.
Did this surprise you? Did the affection that the people showered on you, the respect they gave you in Pakistan, did it surprise you?
No, not surprising, it just astonished me, the extent of it. I have earlier been there. Perhaps you know, you don't know. General Musharraf very kindly had enabled me.
Allowed you to go overland.
Overland, which was memorable, because I crossed from Badmer into Sindh, and I cannot describe to you how in that rural desert of Sindh, Tharparkar, village after village had trooped out, Hindus and Muslims, to stand by the road only to see me go by, because the ISI had forbidden me to stop and go and talk to anybody. They had tried to stop the people from coming. I have videos of that time. And so it wasn't that. It was not. This visit was cities, Karachi, Islamabad. This was a very
What does it tell you, therefore? What does this, your visit and the success, and what Hamid Haroon has to say, Hussein Haroon has to say about you, what does it tell you about how to navigate Indo-Pak relations?
I don't know if I can individualize this issue. It would be arrogant of me to try and individualize it. The issue throws itself in our face. What Hussein very kindly says about me, flattering to hear these things. And he's very kind because I am overwhelmed by, of course, the hospitality. But the hospitality is not just the physical act of hospitality, it's the warmth that begins to exude from inside, that is not measured in terms of how many dishes are prepared at a meal. It's that warmth which I have experienced every time that I've gone to Pakistan, whether it is Balochistan.
Too much of red meat, bad for the cholesterol.
No, that's not at all that. There are vegetarians too in Pakistan. I have so many friends in Balochistan, so many. Whether it's Balochistan or Sindh or the Pathans of Pakistan.
How are you going to use this? He uses the word bridge. But you see, your party has an image, the party has by and large an image of being anti-Muslim. Not all of them. Atalji was not, for instance. He was an evolved RSS man. I don't see you in that garb. But then there are people. I mean, this whole question of...
Are there not in the Congress party such people? There are. It is the Congress party who
So are you saying that the Congress party and the BJP is twiddledum and tweedledee?
Perhaps in this, after all, it is the Congress party that created the partition of the land. Please don't forget, it was the Congress that used to be called pre-47, it was called the Hindu party. Now, I don't think we should go into those cliches.
Right.
You asked me what can I contribute. It was, after all, the BJP centered NDA which did what it did under Atalji's leadership. It is only that leadership that took the bus from to Lahore. And despite everything else that happened, we did every possible thing that was in our power. We went and we did...
I don't want to spoil this interview by going into Kargil at this point. After you, Uma Bharati, Govindacharya, Kalyan Singh, do you sort of pave the way for all of these people to come back into the fold?
I really don't know. I believe the party president, Nitin Gadkari, has said he would like to take back into the party. I do believe that Uma's re-entry into the party would be a very good thing. She would bring a great deal of energy and spirit to her. And she's, after all, far more...
She doesn't share your kind of secular views, does she?
I don't know why everybody should share my views or I should share my views with everyone.
If she comes back and others come back, it'll become like a patchwork party, won't it?
No, it'll be like a political party that India is. India's political parties, have to represent the myriad political viewpoints and interests and sociological patterns that India is.
Jaswant, thank you very much indeed. Hope you are comfortable in the new party. In the party again. And should you ever feel the need to depart, do let us know so we can scoop it on everybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I refer to my diary. I was just reflecting and thumbing through the pages of this diary. Another man whom I had met, who was in fact foreign minister of his country, just as Jaswant was. Robin Cook was foreign secretary for Britain under Tony Blair. He stood by his convictions and he opposed the manner in which Blair had gone into the Iraq war. He had to leave the party. The story goes that he was so saddened that he is no longer. He died a few years later.
You ask what we have learnt. I would say two lessons. First of all, within Europe we have recognized that we need to make sure that we can work together to effectively maintain the peace within our continent and to intervene where there is a crisis. And it has brought our nations together in that resolve. Secondly, though, I think we have recognized that it is important that we achieve development in the Balkans region of Europe, because there have been too many conflicts there in the past decade. And so long as we do not bring the Balkans towards the same kind of economic development as the rest of Europe, it will be difficult to have the same political development there. So we want to embrace the Balkans in the modern Europe with the same access to prosperity, the same standards of freedom, and hopefully that will make sure that conflicts like Kosovo are a thing of history.